What's really good? I thought it would take me longer. But we are here with CORIN. Like I said in the last video, I like to look at the character that they usually give you for free. In gacha games, a lot of times they give you the starting character, which, you know, this is the Magic 3, right?
I have two guns, so.
But they also give you this character, right? Another A-ranked user. There's no B ranks. It's only A and S's around here, at least for the time being, right? So I wanted to. Okay, I'm gonna be even more honest. If you look at some of the videos, I had her. I wasn't leveling her up at all. I thought that she was kind of trash. I didn't like the chainsaw mechanic, though it has a lot of impact. I feel like it feels really good. I thought like, she's not really that crazy in my personal opinion. But as I played the game more, as I gotten to know how the game works a little bit more, I realized how freaking good this character is, and if I invest more into her, I'll be able to do a lot more. This is a type of game in which, you know, the more you understand how the characters and how the combat flow works, the better every character is when they're in a specific team, right? So let's just go over to her. I don't really know if the base stats really mean anything at the current moment, so this is not really going to be a guide. I don't know how I'm going to title it. It's like a deeper look into a character, and we'll go over the cinemas like I said I would and things of that nature. So let's just go over to the I like that each different thing has a pose. Now her back's turned. This one, she's poking it out for you. So the basic attack is just like you can hit up to 5 times. On the 3rd and 5th hit, you can basically hold it, and she will extend the chainsaw, holding it down, doing a lot of damage. So, which is pretty cool. And then we have the space to dodge into another thing, which you can. I don't even know why anyone would rapidly press it outside of just holding it. I feel like rapidly pressing it is. I mean, if you're mashing, you know what? That's why. So if you're mashing, it will actually do what it's supposed to regardless, and then if you just hold it. I like to try to hold it, but sometimes I realize I do stand there like an idiot, so I could see I could see why that might be a problem. Then we have the dodge counter. Nope. Pressing on a perfect dodge slashes enemies and before, same thing. It's very similar, but I do like it if it's a dodge counter. The character is invulnerable while they're using the skill. What is really important is that she stays out a long time. So like when she's holding that thing, and if it's multiple enemies out there, what I do notice, and I'll go into an encounter. I actually just unlocked like hard mode, so we'll go into that, and you really see me struggle. But the thing about it is that since she's invulnerable when she's using certain skills, it helps out that she's taking either way less damage or she's not taking damage at all, at least in the beginning, like the starter frames of the skill. So I really like that, right? It allows her to just sit there and like and just chainsaw the people in like for death, which is crazy. Then you have the quick assist. When on the field character is launched, press the quick assist to activate the thing. Same thing. Invulnerable when the skills, if it does physical damage, hold it out, and you will just continuously attack. I love that. Then you have the defense assist, which is very similar to the other one. When the character on the field is attacked or pressing the thing, it parries the enemy's attack, deal massive daze, which is something that you necessarily don't want her to do, but it still inflicts massive daze anyway. You rather switch in your stun character for that, you know, but there is a rotation between your 3 characters, so as you're pressing the assist button or the dodge into skill, whatever button, I forget. It's hard for me to describe each button, right? Because it's different terminology per gacha, right? So then we also have the assist follow-up. When you press the button, the defense assist to activate unleashes a series of slashes against the enemy in front, followed by an explosive chainsaw. So that's you'll see it activate. It like explodes at the end. I really like that explosion, and that usually triggers the next follow-up. And then again, you could mash it or hold it, and it will do it even longer. Then you actually have the E ability, the special attack here, the clean sweep. Again, it does a decent amount of damage, but as you see, anti-interrupt level is increased while using the skill, and damage taken is reduced by 40. As you see, why is because it doesn't have the character is invulnerable thing attached to it. So when you're doing it without the extreme gusto, which we'll read in the EX attack, you are a little bit vulnerable to taking damage or being interrupted if it has enough knockback in it. So, but you can't just hold it, you know, just hold it out there. But we'll go into in a second that you're really supposed to be using her when there's not really much going on anyway. So if you do have enough to EX attack it, it's the same thing. It does massive physical damage. And you look at the stat of cost of the energy. If the attack connects, she's invulnerable during the spinning slash. So as she's like while she's doing all the flippity dippity, she's invulnerable. But once she starts standing still, you're gonna need that anti-interrupt and the damage taken reduced by 40. Done a little bit different, but it's all good. Then we have the Q, the ultimate, and you can see when the chain attack is triggered, select target activated, physical damage. So a larger AoE attached to it. Same thing, press or hold, extend it while the character's using the skill is great. So when you use her little, well, no, this is just the chain attack, sorry. Chain attack, and then you have the ultimate here. Very similar, but the same thing is that she's invulnerable during the entirety of the skill. So you could, if you press the ultimate and you hold it down, just chain all up in that butt. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're pretty invulnerable during that time. And even if anything, you're just going to be taking less damage anyway. Now, a lot of these things here, which I've noticed, is that like pretty much these are just like stats plus she does more damage in certain situations. As you see, crit damage. So if you want like since she's hitting multiple times, increasing damage, any type of damage is nuts. So as you can see here, after holding a tapping and pressing when CORIN unleashes a continuous extended slash with a chainsaw, skill damage is increased by that. So obviously you're gonna want to unlock that and do that as much. You can see here when you go down to this one, the base attack, and then her hyper focus skill goes up by 1, and then you just kind of, now the crit damage goes up. So that's the same thing. You just have A, B, C, D, all the way up to 37% of that damage, which is nuts. So then you have the core passive hyper focus, which is what we showed before. After holding and I keep holding and tapping, you guys should already know when she unleashes the thing, the skill's damage is increased by 21%. But also you have this, which is what I was kind of saying in the last video, which is really, really important. When another character in your squad shares the same attribute or faction, CORIN deals 35% more damage to stunned enemies. She's not really that great at accumulating stun because she's not a stun character. She is an attack-based character. So you want her with a stun-based character in the kit. Now, stun-based, can I actually back out here? I can. So she is Victoria Housekeeping, which is the same thing as her, but unfortunately she is attack as well. So as far as stun characters, would you look at that? Lycon in my building, he's ice as well. Which helps out Ellen. He's stun. He's like one of your bread and butters if you can get it. I didn't know I was going for such a strong team, but here we are. So I think that the impact is what the strong thing for the stun characters, how much impact they have. Unfortunately, don't have him, so I can't do that combo. We do have Ellen, so that's how I would unlock that. And then, of course, you would go with any other character that either has physical, because that amount of damage on a stun target is going to be insane. And I would love to go over this stuff as well, but I don't have all of them unlocked. I do have Housekeeper, which seems to be something specified towards her. And while off field, the energy regen increases by a certain amount. When I use the EX special attack, my physical damage goes up by a lot. Stacking up to each time, which is really, really good. I don't know if she has an S rank version or anything like that, so you guys would have to let me know. And of course, we're gonna go check out the cinema, and then I'm gonna go into the fighting. I always like to save the fighting for last because I feel like the fighting doesn't make sense unless you break down everything. So actually, I lied. I actually want to fight first and then go back to the cinema. So let's do that. So story mode, now I have some lovely hard challenges to do, so let's do that. This is my current team. I have a stunner, like I said, and I have these two bouncing off of each other. I love that skill. As you see, I can hold it. Almost time. And there it is.
Thanks for your business.
I'm messing up. I messed up so bad there. Oh my god. But I like that also is that when you're I like to do the dodges like these when it's not her. I'm gonna see if I can get the stun here. And then we do this one. Look at that damage. You can also walk with it. See how much little damage she does? So you just want to use your... I'm sorry, I'm like trying to like fight at the same time. Oh yeah, that was a good example of the invulnerable. As you saw, I didn't even switch out. She just ate that like right to the face. It's hard to commentate and fight at the same time, and especially when I'm messing up. I'll try to, hopefully I'll do a little bit better. But you definitely 100% want to use the dodge when she's not in, because you don't want to switch into her unless they're about to hit daze and be stunned. Then you want to switch into her. So it's really keeping an eye on their daze gauge, like by a lot. Nope. Nope. So now here, he's getting low. Look, as you see, I'm invulnerable. And I'm gonna go back to her. Hold it down. I keep ending with her and I don't want to do it. I'm actually messing that up really bad. So now, gonna use that to get her out. Shatter. I didn't want to do that. He's about to stun. I think I'm gonna go here. Then we switch to her. Nope, I messed it up. I want her to be last. So that when we do this, this should be good damage. Look at those 700s. Woo, my God. I hope I showed a little bit of her, trying to switch her in. I made a lot of mistakes there, and it cost me my other character. Oh, you're supposed to beat it in 4 minutes. Holy. Got a B rank on that. I probably should have did it in an easier mode. Maybe I'll do easier later on and in future videos. But as you can see, she was my highest damage. As you saw, like 700 ticks. On the thing, 700, 700, 700, 700, like it's a lot. It is a lot of damage, and as you can see, she's not even fully built out, so I feel like if I invested more into her, she would do a lot more. The fights would end quicker, yada yada. That's usually how you do that. Eventually I'll have to do this so she doesn't die. She's level 20, so the stuns weren't stacking up, and I also, like I was saying before, as you saw, I wasn't doing the rotation right. She is my main damage dealer, so in the chain attacks that I'm doing, she needs to be last. I kept making her last when the character was already stunned, and that's technically not what I want to do. I want her, CORIN, to be the last one. So now that I have a better understanding, let's go to the cinema. I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be. But the more I'm figuring out the game, the more interesting it is to me. So one dupe. When I do my chain attack, our ultimate hits the enemy. Her damage against that target, that specific target, goes up by 12% for 15 seconds, which is really indicative, especially if I'm chain attacking or using the ultimate, which I tried to do a couple times, which is use the ultimate when I'm boom right about to go in there. The ultimate, I would get that 12% increase, and I'm good to go. So that makes her even more damage, right? Then we have the atomic smash. When I use the EX special attack, chain attack, or the ultimate, and it hits the target, their physical resistance goes down by 0.5%, stacking up to 20 times and lasting 5 seconds. The duration of each stack is calculated separately. So that means that it doesn't reset. So pretty much you want to do that ultimate attack, get the stacks up immediately, which is very easy because she's obviously hitting multiple times. And then once it reaches its last 20 stack, hopefully at that point you're dealing a lot of damage, which it should happen. It's all automatic. Now I only have 2 copies, so this is what the future holds, is that the basic attack, dodge, assist, and special skill, and chain attack level +2. I've seen that happen a lot. You see all this stuff, and then like I think 5 is the same thing. Yeah, 4 is something different. When CORIN uses a quick assist, defense assist, or chain attack, she recovers energy. This effect can be triggered once every 16 seconds. That just helps you get your specials out a little, or specials or ultimates out more. And there it is. Even more, we can level that up nice and easy at number 5. And then lastly, but not least, 6, which is the E6, or the last final finale. This is where it gets crazy, right? So when CORIN's extended slash, whenever I'm holding it or smashing and tapping the button, which I'm starting to see tapping the button might be a little bit better, because at least it will always trigger if you're mashing it, which seems newbie, which is why I don't want to mash it, but hey, it is what it is. She obtains a stack of charge, max 40 stacks. Then when I'm doing a dodge counter, special attack, ES attack, quick attack, or assist follow-up, which I think the assist follow-up would be kind of good. When her chain sword detonates, which is that little, when I'm holding it out like that, it eventually detonates. It detonates at the end, and then that's what triggers the next character to come in. It consumes all the stacks of charge, right? So for each stack consumed causes the attack to deal 3% of attack as damage. 3% times 40, that's about 120% of attack as damage. That is insanely strong, especially because he's an attack-based character. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that her attack is going to be higher, like as you can see, 758, but she has a little bit more gusto on her. 557. Let's see a stun character. 343. Obviously, these characters. Oh wow, 473. She's even level 20. She's not even up there. But she can't have too high of attack because of all those multiple hits. It would be insane if she had the same attack as someone that hits much less. So it does make sense. So if the higher attack that she has, the more each little trigger is. But also, as you also saw, she has a lot of stuff with crit damage. So I eventually want to get that crit rate up to make sure that she's actually critting. And if all those things are critting, the damage just goes exponentially higher. It's insane. That also could be helped out with these equipment stuff. But like I said, I haven't really unlocked that part, so that will be in future ones. But I just wanted to already put myself in the ring of doing like a, not again, I can't call it a guide video. I don't have everything unlocked. But I just wanted to like just talk about how intricate and how each of these characters, and more focus one on a specific character to kind of get my feet wet when it comes down to a guide or build video, right? And then the next one will be team comp, which I already told you her best team comp, just based on her region, her faction, which would be the Victoria housing. But then you could also just have another character that's a physical, maybe a physical stun character, which I think maybe is her. No, she's anatomy. What is that? Anomaly. Yeah, so that doesn't work. So we'll figure it out. And there's more, as more characters come out, there'll be more combos. I almost feel like a team guide would probably be a better thing than maybe just individual characters. But whatever, we'll figure it out as we go on. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.